Good, happy Black Friday morning, y'all. This is your girl from MEL'S Mat Chat, and this is episode 266 of the show. I am doing this on Thanksgiving night because my son is home and I want to spend the time with him. So this is what you're gonna get. I mean, this is it, and then um preview predictions will be at 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, so I can go and enjoy Survivor Series weekend and enjoy my son being home. And it's just going to be it's going to be a great weekend. I want to say thank you for all my fans and all my followers. I really appreciate this. I've been through the ringer this year, and today was a very hard day for me. Um, with not having my mother here. And I knocked turkey out of the park. I was so fucking thrilled. I was just so blessed that my mother was with me, guiding me. And you know what? I made turkey. Basically, it was turkey confit. I used a shit ton of butter. I used a shit ton of oranges, onions, the whole gambit, spices, and everything like that. And it was so good. Whatever I tasted of it, because um, I have a condition called acid reflux. So I was very stressed out and I couldn't eat because of the acid was legitimately coming up in my throat. I said I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to go get a ginger ale, and it did wonders. So yeah, I did that, but I spent it with my son. My son had an amazing day. He worked with me. He was really good. He was a rock star throughout this whole situation, and I'm just thankful for him. I'm thankful for the people who are in my inner circle. You know who you are, um, and I'm just thankful that the people who have been loyal to me this year, especially this year with the whole bullshit with my mother and being losing my mother this year. I can't thank them enough, and um I'm just hoping that the next couple of weeks will hopefully be able to come through for me. And I just hopefully I need your prayers. Okay, I need your prayers because I need them desperately. So, yeah, that is what has been going on, and I am just so thankful. And I have two people that who have been seriously, not my like seriously best people, and I want to shout them out. And this is for you, both of you. One is Terry LeBeau, and the other one is Edgar Alvarez. And these two men in my life have been nothing but sweet, nothing but caring, nothing but patient with me. And I'm a very, very pain in the ass person. You get to know me. And it's I'm thankful for them. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being that ear at 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep, or being that person that I was running to as soon as I found out that my mother passed away. So, those two people in my life, mm, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's put this frown upside down and let's go and get onto to episode 266. It is Survivor Series weekend, and it's just not every Survivor Series. It is War Games, and I am so pumped for this. I haven't been this excited about Survivor Series in a long, long time. Probably the one that I could think about the most is when I was the one I attended. It was at Madison Square Garden, and the main event was Shawn Michaels versus Psycho Sid for the WWF Championship. And it was a Christmas present from my dad. It was an early Christmas present. And we got to go, and I had an amazing time. Didn't like the outcome. I said, Dad, we need to take this back. I don't like it. It doesn't suit me. And he goes, you can't take this back. I mean, I knew I was just I was being a wise ass, as I from seriously, I'm a New Yorker, and I'm a wise ass through and through. I'm a fucking awesome asshole. I'm an also sadistic bitch. You get to know me, and you get on my good side. I'm the sweetest, most genuine person you ever want to meet. But you fucking fuck with me, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. So now let's get this started. Please go check out Harry's.com. Black Friday specials are already launched. Just go check all of them out. Go check out all the websites. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Black Friday, come on. You gotta get them. Also check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and try their gingerbread, which I want so badly, but I don't want to commit. Also, please go check out HOG at HOGwrestling.net. They have the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, and then we have, I believe it's Loki versus Kenta from New Japan, and we have I think her name is Misha versus I think it's Violet or Violette. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but go check it out on their website at hogwrestling.net. Also, while you're in the Pennsylvania area, please go check out on all their social media sites, Sanctuary and Outbreak Wrestling. Speaking of social media, please go follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at MEL'S Mat Chat. Also, please go check out me on Facebook and Snapchat. So go check me out on there. So let's get this started. You're going to not hear me do Monday Night Raw. I'm going to only do SmackDown and NXT, very quick snaps of it. You know that I don't watch it regularly. And when I do, it's basically in the background, and that's plain it. And I'm going to do Dynamite and last week's Rampage. Now, Rampage, for this week, it's going to be at 4:30 to tonight or to this afternoon, so go check that out as well. Let's get on to episode 266, because it's Thanksgiving night, and I want to get to sleep. My son will be up at 7:30 in the morning, and I want to get sleep tomorrow, okay? And remember, this will be, it'll be 11 o'clock in the morning, both days. I'm in a giving mood, 11 o'clock both days. And then I'm going to get right on here. I have no choice in the matter. I have to get right on here to basically get you the review of Survivor Series War Games. Let's circle it back to last Friday. The opening package for the show airs. The commentators welcome the audience to the show. The Brawlin' Brutes theme song plays, and the group walks down to the ring. Drew McIntyre's music plays next and comes out to join them. Sheamus gets on the mic and asks the crowd how they're doing. He says that's a lot of people are happy Drew is by his side, and they as they get ready to go to war. He asked how many times they've been at war. He continues to say the rivalry between Drew and him has created a bond so strong that he asked Drew to be his best man at his wedding in New York City. You gotta love New York. Everybody wants to be here. The crowd chants Usi. He says that he needs McIntyre to be Brucey. He He asks McIntyre to be their honorary brute. The crowd chants Broody. McIntyre says nobody knows how to be outnumbered by the bloodline like him. He continues that if he's going to war, then he's going to war with Sheamus. Rich says it's fight night. And at Survivor Series, it's War Games. We miss you, Regal. We miss you, but we don't like what you did at Full Gear. But it is what it is. You know, he's always a heel. He's going to live like a heel. He's going to die like a heel. And we're just going to have to deal with it. I have a sentimental place in Mr. Lordship himself because we share the same birthday. So fuck all he is. Joe asks, who is the fifth man? Sheamus says he's going to let them know, but is interrupted by Sami Zayn. Zayn says that he doesn't care who's the fifth guy is. He said they are. He says that they are feeling oozy. He says they're dealing with Sami Zayn and they're guaranteed that the Bloodline will win War Games. He then says he has a one-on-one match against Butch and he's going to run through him. Sheamus says Sami won't be confident when he finds out who their fifth member is. That would have been your whole answer. That would have been your whole answer. Even if you did know when read the dirt sheets, you would still would have known. SmackDown World Cup first round match: Ricochet versus Mustafa Ali. The match starts with a couple of roll-ups from both men, all in pain after the sequence. Ricochet with an elbow to Ali. Ali attacks Ricochet from behind and follows it up with a clothesline. Ali chops Ricochet in the corner. Ali sent to the apron. Both men fight on the second turnbuckle with Ali with a backstabber from the second rope. We go to the commercial and we come back. We have Ricochet kicks Ali in the chest. Ricochet goes to work on Ali. Ali with a Hurricane Rana sending Ricochet outside. Ricochet tries to get back in, but Ali kicks him out again and dives on Ricochet, but it's caught and slammed with a Michinoku driver. Ricochet sends Ali into the ring and climbs to the top rope. He goes for a dive on Ali, but misses, and Ali locks in a submission hold. Ricochet makes it to the bottom rope, breaking the hold. Ricochet with full Nelson suplex, clothesline, and followed by a moonsault. Cover 1-2 kick out. Ali with a roll-up, 1-2 kick out. Ali with a tornado DDT. He climbs the top rope and goes for a 450 splash, but Ricochet moves out of the way. Ricochet climbs up to the top rope and a shooting star press for the win. Ricochet moves on. After the match, Ricochet helps Ali to the back. The Bloodline are shown backstage in the locker room. Jey Uso is angry and Sami spoke for the Bloodline. Jimmy interrupts them and says they need to be on the same page and asks Sami to chill. He then tells Jey that he needs to figure it out, who's the fifth member is. Sami returns and says he will and tells Jimmy something later and leaves. Kayla Braxton interviews the New Day and asks how they're holding up. Xavier says they had to defend their tag titles for a long time to hold that record. They interrupt by Imperium, who ridicules the New Day. They say that they have been making a mockery of the ring. Xavier mocks Imperium and Kofi says Gunther looks like a goofy-looking character from the Addams Family. Lurch. Xavier says he will find a tag team partner and meet them in the ring. Gunther accepts the challenge. Moss is backstage and Emma runs into him and asks him about his voice. Moss says it's been 3 weeks and he can barely talk. He also says he was embarrassed Emma says she knows how athletic he is and asks him to take the fight to Cross. So it's a return match. Now, I'm going to circle back a little bit. When Sammy and the Usos were doing their backstage promo, oh, for the love of Jesus. I don't know, I think it's Jay. His insides of his mouth are probably sore as fuck right now because dealing with Sami Zayn and dealing with him in a serious manner ain't happening. So he has to do everything in his power, and I think Sammy does it just to piss him off. So Karrion Kross versus Madcap Moss. The match begins with Moss attacking Kross viciously in the corner. Moss with a suplex, he knocks down Moss with a back elbow and sends Kross outside the ring. Moss sends Kross into the barricade. Kross fights back with a suplex of his own and attacks Moss in the corner. Scarlett slaps Moss as Kross distracts the referee. Moss fights back with a clothesline and a shoulder tackle. Moss attacks Kross in the corner. He hits a fallaway slam, sending Kross outside the ring. Scarlett distracts Moss, allowing Kross to gain the advantage. Kross attempts the cross jacket, but Moss fights back by falling back on Kross. I am so disappointed that he's not at Survivor Series at some capacity. However, Kross is still knocked out. Is still locked in the cross jacket for the win. Kross picks up the win. So then after the match, Emma comes out to check on Madcap Moss. I think we're seeing a mixed tag in our future. That should have been on Survivor Series. Get it out of the way and move Kross onto something bigger and better. We go to commercial. The lights go out and Bray Wyatt's music plays and he comes out. Bray introduces himself and says he has been conditioned to be a certain way, due to which changing has been difficult. He says that the thought of fear means respect. He also says he wonders why he does the things that he does. He then says he knows how he would handle the situation if it was LA Knight. He said he wants to apologize to LA Knight for what he did to him. He says he had a moment of weakness. LA Knight music plays and he comes out saying that he has run it over again, and each time it gets hotter than the last. He says he is confident because Bray talked about fear and respect. Knight continues to say that when he looks into his eyes, he feels that the fact that he didn't fear Bray garnered him respect. He then says he isn't sure what to make of his apology, but says that Bray respects him. He slaps Bray and runs away and says that apology accepted, now they're even. Okay? This is where LA Knight fucked up. Bray says they're even. He continues, there is a lot he wants to do tonight. He says that the decision he is going to make will change the rest of his life, and extends his hand. Knight slaps him again and walks away as Bray looks upset. And then there's his symbol. Family text, Charles on. So we go on to Shotzi Blackheart and Shayna Baszler. They're in the ring and everything like that. But we go to Karrion Kross is shown backstage after commercial break and is asked by Jay if he was the fifth member. Kross says he isn't a follower. Kross wants that if he comes to take Roman's titles, he will show up alone. Shotzi's music plays and she comes out in her tank. Shayna attacks Shotzi to start the match. Shotzi tries to fight back with a clothesline. Again, Shotzi's distracted by Ronda, allowing Shayna to gain an advantage. Baszler goes to work on Shotzi. Shotzi fights back with a strike combination. Baszler is pulled to the outside by Ronda. Shotzi goes after her. Shotzi hits the enziguri. Ronda distracts Shotzi, allowing Baszler to hit the German suplex. Shayna sends Shotzi outside. Shayna sends her back in the ring. Shotzi fights back with a facebuster. Ronda distracts Shotzi again, and Shayna sends her into the post. Raquel's music hits, and she comes out. Shotzi rolls up Baszler for the win. Shotzi wins. We go to the back, and we see LA Knight is interviewed backstage. He says he's done working, and he opens the door to the arena. A figure can be standing for a couple of seconds, and we go to commercial break. LA Knight is shown backstage buried under a lot of furniture. Like, lots of it. Like, stuff that just got piled up. Sorry, I have to take this text. Sorry. We come back from commercial. Imperium versus the New Day and Braun Strowman in a 6-man tag. Imperium, but all the two teams go to the ring. So Kofi and Xavier makes an announcement, and it's Braun Strowman. So Kofi climbs to the top rope. We start the match, and both teams are brawling on the outside. Kofi climbs to the top rope, dives onto Imperium, but is caught. Gunther traps Xavier Woods. Braun asks for the bell to ring, and Gunther runs out of the ring, which I didn't like. Giovanni Vinci and Xavier Giovanni Vinci attacks Xavier and tags in Kaiser. Kaiser takes out Kofi and continues to work on Xavier. Woods tries to fight back and tags in Strowman, who attacks all three members of Imperium. Vinci tags in Gunther. Gunther traps Strowman with no effect. Gunther runs away from Strowman, which I hate, who takes out the remaining members of Imperium. Strowman picks up Gunther and slams him in the ring, cover 1-2 kick out. Both men tag their respective partners. Kofi attacks Kaiser and tags in Woods, who jumps onto Kaiser for the win. The New Day and Braun Strowman pick up the win. Strowman is interviewed backstage. He said he's looking forward to winning the tournament and taking the title off of Gunther's hands. Ricochet interrupts him and says he looks past flippers and it will come back to bite him in the ass. I think this is main event time. We have Butch versus Sami Zayn. The match begins with Butch working Zayn's arm. Butch goes for Hurricanrana, but Zayn counters with a powerbomb. Butch is sent to the outside. Butch with a tornado DDT cover 1-2 kick out. Butch hits a drop kick, and as he climbs the top rope, he is shoved outside by Zayn. We come back from commercial. Zayn goes for a dive and is caught by a right hand. Cover 1-2 kick out. Butch is distracted by Jimmy Uso, allowing Jay to kick him and Sammy to hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. Both factions start brawling on the outside the ring. Butch hits a moonsault onto the Usos. Zayn with an exploder suplex in the corner. As Sammy is distracted by Jay and Sheamus brawling, Butch hits the bitter end for the win. Butch picks up the win. So then after the match, Solo Sikoa takes out Butch as both factions continue to brawl. Roman Reigns' music hits, and he comes out with Paul Heyman. Reigns with a Superman punch to Ridge and a spear to Butch. McIntyre distracted Solo, allowing Reigns to spear him. Reigns and Sheamus brawl in the ring, but Sammy attacks Sheamus from behind, allowing Roman to hit the Superman punch. As he goes for the spear, Kevin Owens' music plays, and he walks out and kicks Jimmy and Jay Uso. Owens stares down Roman Reigns, but both men brawl in the ring. He then comes face to face with Sammy, and this allows Reigns to Superman punch Reigns to hit the Superman punch. Reigns goes for the spear, but Owens hits the stunner. The brawling brutes stand tall in the ring. This ends the night. So remember, I'm not doing Raw. That will be on preview predictions for Saturday at 11 a.m. I know I'm such a good person. I know. I got you. So now we're going to go on to the synapse of... Sorry. So now we're going to go to the, the synapse of what went on in NXT. NXT results. Toxic Attraction is being built up. Cora Jade defeated Wendy Chu. Ivy Nile defeated Kiana James. Script defeated Guru Raja. And Script is now Reggie. Zoe Starks defeated Sol Ruka. Pretty Deadly defeated Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. And Wesley defeated Carmelo Hayes for the NXT North American Championship. So we're going to go on to Rampage from... No, wait a minute. Rampage, because this past... No, we're going right into Dynamite, and that is it. We're gonna get you out of here quick this week. I'm fucking thrilled. I can then go relax for the rest of the night and enjoy the rest of my Thanksgiving. Sorry, my tablet's a little slow. Dynamite was coming from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. We start the show with Lord Steven Regal, or Lord William Regal. I know him as Steven Regal, so yes, I did watch NXT. God, I wish he was back in NXT. I really, really wish that he was back in WWE, and I did watch WCW. So William Regal goes out to the ring. Oh, Mr. Regal. Mr. Freeman doesn't have the time to come to places like Chicago. MJF is at the moment on the set of a major motion picture. He's going to be in the biopic of the Von Erichs. He's actually, I think, playing one of the Von Erichs, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure you're all wondering what is the union between myself and MJF. Well, I could tell you, is this. A number of weeks ago, I sent an email to MJF that you're not privy to until next week, when MJF will be here to explain everything. Next week on Dynamite, your new world champion, the devil himself, MJF, will be here. All right. I'm not an MJF fan, but I'm going to start to like him a tad bit. All right. First of all, he's a fucking douchebag asshole. All right. He is to the creme de la creme of douchebag assholes. Okay. I'm from New York. Okay. This is the men that I find attractive. All right. I don't find this guy attractive. No, he's not. Sweet. I could do much better. Come on. I like fucking Adam Cole, fucking Cross, fucking Damian Priest. I mean, come on. You know my cup of joe here. But I love this. And I'm starting to appreciate it. When he was on, I was like, oh my God, this guy's a fucking goddamn douchebag. And I'm not talking about a real cool douchebag. I'm talking about a real douchebag. But I know him. Okay. My cousin, I've told this story gazillions of times, but I'm going to tell it anyway again. My cousin is in the independent wrestling scene, all right? He cannot physically do matches anymore because he's got MS, okay? But he loves being a part of it. He still likes to go to training sessions. Whatever he can do, he does. He just doesn't want to get in the ring, and, he's just there to spar and stuff like that. When my cousin Michael was, getting matches and everything, MJF came in. MJF wrestled my cousin, his very first professional wrestling match. And he does live the gimmick. Only certain people. And I seen a picture of him hugging his parents. I know that there's MJF and Maxwell. I'm fucking Jacob Freeman. All right, there's two different ones, and they have a parallel existence, but he's doing it to make sure that he doesn't want to be a tweener, but because of us wrestling fans, we are going to cheer for him. Now, when he comes into New York, I'm sorry for the people all around the world. He is a fucking god in this neck of the woods. He was in Connecticut. He was in New Jersey. He's in New York. He's a god. I know we're backwards. We're fucking goddamn bizarre world in New York. That's neither here nor there. The last time I've seen something like this was Triple H. And Triple H, we all know that MJF loves Triple H. And he could tell you bullshit. He loves Triple H. He is the next Triple H. He is the next Triple H. He is following in the footsteps. And because of William Regal, I mean, come on, William Regal and fucking Triple H are still like this. They're fucking best friends. And it's shameful that he got fired. He shouldn't have gotten fired. He should have been put on furlough and allowed him to go do whatever he needed to do, get right and everything, and come back and be on the main roster, being that general manager William Regal on the main roster. Come out. Could you imagine when fucking Triple H made that fucking announcement? He comes out and you're getting a sense of who's going to be in War Games, and then he comes out, enough of this. Settle this in War Games. You don't understand the pop in a fucking arena like that has 15 to 20,000 people. It would have, every time I talk about something like this, I'm going to get emotional, all right? I'm getting emotional, and I don't give a shit, and this is how I am. Those moments are not going to be because of William Regal in AEW. We need him back. So hopefully when his contract comes up, fingers crossed, Triple H can bring him back home. But yeah, when he's here, he's in New York, he's gonna be treated like a fucking god. He could fucking shit on his own fucking state, and we're still gonna cheer for him. It's how he comes off, and you respect this guy. He is one of them that wasn't handed a place in the business. He went with a startup company. He was in MLW. I know him from MLW with Richard Holiday and Dynasty and Alexander Hammerstone, which is the MLW World Heavyweight Champion. I've been through this. I've been following him before he was fucking cool. All right. There was something about him, and when AEW was going to be a thing, he needed to get there. WWE wasn't going to be there for him because of the way everything was at the time. So now, fast forward, he can be in there and do whatever he wants to do and then go to WWE. He might not even need to go to WWE, but he probably will want to experience that. And I can't fault the guy at all for it. So, moving on. I'm sorry, I went through a fucking tangent. He's a New Yorker. We all fucking run our mouths and we can't stop talking. It's the New Yorker. It's a Long Island thing, okay? It's a Long Island thing. I'm sorry. We're gonna get some coffee and a fucking butter roll, okay? So sue me, okay? Yeah, and I know I sound like Fran Drescher. I get it all the fucking time. So moving on, Jon Moxley's music hit outwalked the former champion. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, sprinted to the ring and got in between Moxley and Regal before Moxley could lunge at Regal. Danielson says, "Hey, listen, Mox, I don't know why he did what he did on Saturday. He did a bad thing, but you've done bad things too. So have I. We have all done bad things. Please, he's got a bad neck. Please don't hurt him." I would have smacked him. He fucking took a fucking smack. He could take a fucking smack. Danielson slapped Moxley. Danielson, I'm sorry. Listen. I don't care if the fans are booing. You know the struggles that we've been dealt with. My dad struggled with those same things. This is more than wrestling. And when my dad had those struggles, I didn't understand. And there was only one person who could teach me, and it was this man. Because of Regal, I was able to understand my dad's struggles. And for the last 10 years of my life, before my dad passed away, I was able to love him because of this man. Just imagine someone teaching your daughter to love you in spite of your struggles. That was like, get me a fucking goddamn Kleenex at this point, because I'm going to start crying. That hit here. Mox, Lordship, I only want one thing from you. I want you to run. Run as far away as you can and never come back. Right now, walk and keep walking. We have Renee Paquette interviewed Limitless Keith Lee backstage. Swerve interrupted the interview. Keith Lee, choose your words wisely, sir. Swerve blocked the camera and said, Lee, let's talk. Do we still see the breakup? All Atlantic Championship match. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Jake Hager with the JAS. Orange hit a drop kick, but Hager ran Orange over with a shoulder block. Hager charged at Orange, but Orange ducked this and sent Hager tumbling over the top rope. Orange flew out to Hager with a tope suicida, but Hager caught him and then dove Orange face first into the ring apron. Back in the ring, Orange Cassidy jumped off the top rope, but Hager caught Orange Cassidy. Counted with the Stun Dog Millionaire, Orange followed up with a swinging DDT for a near fall. Orange attempted the Orange Punch, but Hager slammed Orange to the mat for a 2 count. Hager grabbed an ankle lock and wrenched away. Orange knocked the purple bucket hat off of Hager, and Hager released the ankle lock to retrieve the hat. Orange seized the moment and nailed Hager with the Orange Punch and rolled it up for the win. After the match, QT Marshall and the Factory came down to the ring. QT Marshall, after the other night we have unfinished business. The Factory surrounded the ring. QT Marshall mic stopped working, and then the arena lights went dark. Julia Hart appeared on the ramp, and when the lights turned back on, the House of Black were in the ring. The House of Black laid waste to the Best Friends, Rocky Romero and Orange Cassidy. The House of Black continued their assault, going after the Factory next. "They're taking everybody out here," said Taz. "They're destroying everyone in their path," said Excalibur. Malachi Black, "Members of the House of Black, please rise." "Tony, I think the House of Black are going after everyone," said Excalibur. Men's World Title Eliminator Tournament. Now, before I get into this, when he came out, he says, he said, our ask for release has been denied, so we are back. And basically, they're fucked. Anybody's going to be dealing with them, they're fucked. So we have the Men's World Title Eliminator Tournament Finals. All Ego Ethan Page versus the Absolute Ricky Starks. The winner of this match receives a world title match at Winter is Coming. Page kicked Starks in the ribs. Starks fires back with swift strikes, knocking Page into the turnbuckles. Ricky chopped at Page, building momentum. Page fired back with well-placed kicks in the midsection to Starks. Starks speared Ethan Page, but Starks doubled over in pain, since the ribs are taped up. Page pursued Starks outside the ring and rammed him into the steel guardrail. Starks tried for a DDT in the ring, but Page hoisted up Starks and dropped him across the ropes. Ricky Starks attempted to dive out onto Page, but Stokely pulled Page out of the way. Starks crashed onto the arena floor. The ref ejected Stokely from the ringside area. Ricky Starks superplexed Ethan Page from the top rope. Starks nailed Page with a swinging neckbreaker. Starks launched off the ropes and drilled Page with a DDT for a near fall. Page blocked the Rochambeau and power slam Starks for a 2 count. Page attempted the Ego's Edge, but Starks escaped and then speared Page. Starks speared Page again and scored the pin. Ricky Starks wins the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament, said Excalibur. "Congratulations to Ricky Starks," replied Taz. He must be thrilled for him. He used to manage him. After footage was shown Sunday night in Miami, when TBS champion Jade Cargill came face-to-face with rap star Bow Wow, Renee Paquette interviewed TBS champion Jade Cargill and the Baddies backstage. Jade said there would be a celebration next week in honor of her retrieving her TBS championship. Smart Mark Sterling served papers to Kiera Hogan, relieving her duties as a baddie. Best 7 series, match number 2 of 7. The AEW World Trios Championship, Death Triangle, Pac, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Ray Phoenix versus the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. Don Callis goes to the broadcast booth. Now, I'm telling you, I've never heard in my life that the Elite got booed in Chicago. Usually, they're herald. They're fucking goddamn heroes. Now, it's about time that they start reaping what they sow. Now, I'm not going to take sides on this, because both of them were fucking in the wrong. Punk was just completely obliterated. I think he got a concussion, which I wouldn't be surprised. But with this whole situation, it was warranted in Chicago. Now, on the Death Triangle situation, George Kittle is plays for the San Francisco 49ers. They had a game in Mexico, and they were honoring Mexico. They were honoring them. Penta El Zero Miedo was in the audience, was in the stands. He brought George Kittle a 49ers luchador mask. That was pretty cool. Because he does this, and he's a big fan of Penta, so that was pretty cool. You could thank Mr. Khan for that, but that's neither here or there. Pac suffered a broken nose at Full Gear, so he was wearing a mask to protect his face. Kenny laid out Phoenix with a knee strike, the start of the match. The Elite triple teamed Ray Phoenix, stomping a mud hole into him. Matt Jackson powerbombed Penta El Zero Miedo onto the ring apron. Kenny Omega jumped off the ring apron and wiped out Penta El Zero Miedo with a Hurricane Rana. Ray Phoenix hit Omega with a cutter and followed up with a tornado to the Bucks. Death Triangle rocked Omega with a triple dropkick. They hit Omega with a risky business combo for a near fall on Omega. Matt Jackson wiped out the Lucha Brothers with a moonsault off the top turnbuckles. Penta El Zero Miedo made the tag and DDT Nat and then smashed Nick. Matt and Kenny with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Phoenix tagged in and sent Nick flying with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. He followed up with a thrust kick to Matt Jackson. Kenny cracked Pac with a V-trigger to the back of the head. The Young Bucks ripped off Pac's mask. The Elite connected with a BTE trigger on Pac. Nick Jackson jumped over the top rope and landed onto the Lucha Brothers in the ring. Omega smashed Pac with a V-trigger. Omega nailed Pac with a GTS for near fall. Matt Jackson clocked Pac with a low blow as ref Rick Knox was distracted. Brandon Cutler slid a hammer into the ring. Matt grabbed the hammer, but Penta El Zero Miedo was behind him, and he had a hammer of his own. Penta El Zero Miedo hit Matt with the hammer, and then Pac pinned him. Death Triangle are up 2-0. Renee Paquette on the stage to make a massive announcement. This is what we needed. Tony Khan finally, after all this fucking time, has finally said the stuff with the women's title matches. The women's title needs to be rectified, and it needs to be rectified immediately. Now, if this is a great start, let's see where he goes, because I have no faith in Tony Khan right now. He needs to prove his shit to me when it comes to women's wrestling. Paquette Due to extent of the injuries due to Thunder Rosa, AEW and Thunder Rosa have reached a mutual agreement. AEW management has been forced to ask Thunder Rosa to relinquish the championship. Please join me in welcoming your new AEW Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker grabbed the microphone from Jamie before Hayter could speak. Baker, we were never even considering the word interim. And because of that, Tony Khan did another right thing. See, two right things, it's a good, consistent base. He has retroactively now, Tony Storm has now being recognized as the official women's champion, and I am thrilled about that. And I believe she may be even possibly a free agent. I doubt that. I would have to check on that, but that she might be going home to Papa H. Who knows? She's best off there. They need her there. She wants to come back. Doors always open for her. Three-way tag team match: Tay Mello and Anna Jay, Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. AEW World Women's Champion Jamie Hayter versus Dr. Britt Baker, CMD. Hayter hit Tay with a shoulder tackle. Hayter double suplex Tay and Anna. She followed up with a snap suplex on Tay for a near fall. Baker connected with a sling blade on Tay Mello for a 2 count. Tay and Anna suplex Britt, and Britt made a tag to Willow. Willow used a hip attack in the corner on Tay and Anna. Willow walloped Anna with a high boot and then a scoop slam. Tay whipped Willow into the steel barricade. Sky and Tay kicked one another and with a thrust kick. Hayter hit the Hayter breaker on Sky. Baker followed up with a curb stomp and then pinned Sky. All right. Jamie Hayter was in NXT UK before she came to the United States. Jesus Christ. You can't win them all, you know. Renee Paquette backstage with Top Flight and FTR. Dax, you guys impress me. Dante, you've been impressed with you guys for years. Darius, how about you put those Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles on the line this Friday on Rampage? FTR, agreed. Simple, very simple. That's how it should go. AEW World Tag Team Champions, The Acclaim, came out to the ring with Daddy Ass. Bowens, Chicago, it's good to be back, and there's a lot to be thankful for. Everyone loves The Acclaim. Not only that, but my shoulder is feeling better, but most importantly, Daddy Ass removes the bandages from his hands. His hands are healed. Daddy Ass removed the bandages from his hands. Bowen says, "Scissor me, Daddy Ass." Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Solomon Singh interrupted. Daddy Ass, get them off our screen. Scissor me. Main event, which this made no sense. This should have been in where the Eliminator tournament was, but that's neither here nor there. But it's Chris Jericho. I mean, I respect the guy, but come on. Ring of Honor World Championship match. The Ocho, Chris Jericho versus the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. I'm going to fuck up this guy's name. I'm sorry in advance. Ring of Honor Ian Riccaboni joins the commentary team for this match. Jericho flipped off Ishii at the start of the match. Jericho yelled at Ishii in Japanese, and Ishii slapped Jericho. They traded open palm strikes. Ishii rocked Jericho with a kick to the lower back. Jericho retreated to the outside to gather himself. Jericho blasted Ishii with forearms. Ishii returned them and then they both began to batter one another. Ishii tried for a sliding lariat, but Jericho dodged it. Jericho attempted the code breaker, but Ishii had it scouted and avoided it. They traded chops in the center of the ring. Hold on, I got another family. These are family texts, and I can't not answer them. Sorry. They traded chops in the center of the ring. Jericho's chest was split wide open. Ishii shoulder tackled Jericho. Jericho fired back with a running lariat. Jericho has turned things around in the corner, said Excalibur. Ishii powerbombed Jericho from out of the corner for a near fall. Jericho cross chopped Ishii in a in the windpipe. Ishii landed an elbow strike on Jericho, and Jericho dropped to the mat. Jericho spiked Ishii with a DDT on the apron. Ishii suplexed Jericho, and Jericho hit two suplexes of his own. Jericho nailed the lion's hold. Jericho cracked Ishii with a code breaker for a 2 count. This Ishii is tough, said Taz. Ishii blocked the Judas effect and then headbutted Jericho. Ishii connected with the sliding lariat on Jericho for a near fall. Ishii caught Jericho with a code-breaker of his own. Ishii swung for the fences with a lariat on Jericho and got a very near fall. Jericho blocked a kick from Ishii and applied the lion tamer, forcing Ishii to tap. The legend of Chris Jericho grows, said Tony Schiavone. After the match, Jericho approached Ian Riccaboni at the broadcast booth. Claudio Castagnoli came in and clocked the champ, knocking Jericho to the ground. So, Rampage will be at 4, not 4:30. Sorry, my bad. So that is it. Very simple. 3 shows. We went through it. We did a little bit of NXT, which I really don't follow it and really don't really care about. We're supposed to get a fucking big announcement about the people who are going to be in this new Survivor match, and I gotta tune in because I'm going to be covering Deadline. So unfortunately, I gotta watch that. It is what it is, you know. But yeah. There was a video that was put out today by WWE, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it tomorrow about Dominic and Rhea Ripley. I am loving this. I wanted him to so badly fucking goddamn push her up against the wall, stick his tongue down her throat, and fucking goddamn piss off his mother more than she was already pissed off. But a girl could dream, right? Just a little throwing this out there. If Rhea and Dominic kiss, all 4 of them, Aaliyah, Buddy Matthews, and Dominic and Rhea have all kissed. Just a little something to put that out there. But that is that. I am so thrilled that I was able to get this done. Get you ready for Survivor Series, War Games. And I'm hoping everybody that had a great Thanksgiving. I'm hoping that everybody's going to have a great Black Friday. Please spend wisely. Also, please, if you're going to go physically shopping, be safe. And I would suggest you bribe a family member to stay in the car. Bring them cocoa, bring them iced coffee, whatever they drink. And when they need to go to the bathroom, they have no questions asked. They get to go to the bathroom and get something to eat or whatnot. And then have them return to the car, because that's going to be your hero to make sure your packages are okay and that you're safe. And when you're done, you call that person and you fucking goddamn pull up and you pick the family up, and or whomever that you're there with, you know. I will, as I just said, that I will be back here on Saturday with preview and predictions. They're going to go at 11 a.m., which this is also going to go at 11 a.m. And just, I want everybody to have a really great rest of your holiday. Hopefully that, you know, you're with the people who you love. And I just want to say, please, from a person that just lost her mother, if you have your mom, it's not too late. It's 11:04. You either go over to the house, you call her up, whatever you have to do. Please make sure you talk to your mom today. And if you can, if you did, make sure that you treat her to a nice, good Christmas present, or take her out to lunch, or take her out to breakfast, just her alone, because I can't do that anymore, and it sucks. I love my mother. I miss her, and I don't think I'll be showing pictures on here because it's really none of anybody's business. Um, but she is spending her first Thanksgiving in heaven, and it's bittersweet today. My son was decent, but also he really misses his grandmother, and I miss my mom. So I want everybody to enjoy themselves. Please go check out harrys.com. Please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Also, please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. And their next event is on December 17th. Go check it out. Hopefully it'll be on Fight TV. And Nick Aldis, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, will be there. There's a match going to be between Loki versus Kenta, and her name is Misha versus the HOG Women's Champion, Violet. I think Misha is the champion. I'm sorry, my bad. But you could check everything out and get all the information on their website. Go to hogwrestling.net. And please, while you're in the Pennsylvania area, go check out Outbreak Wrestling and Sanctuary Wrestling. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll see you on Saturday at 11 a.m. for preview and predictions. And then right after that, I'm going to be maybe going to try to go live. If not, I'll record it and I'll upload it as soon as I can possibly get to you guys. So remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, follow me on Snapchat and Facebook. And remember, when you're on my YouTube channel, never hurt to subscribe, like, and share all my videos, please. And I know that there's different things going on. For the time being, until I can get my internet situated, it's going to have to be uploads, and I'm sorry about that. So, see you tomorrow. This is being uploaded for tomorrow. I'll see you Saturday, and let's enjoy more games. All right. Love you all. See you Saturday.